welcome to Plus Trending. I am Bookie November, your host, saying thank you for joining us on today's episode.
Welcome back. It's tea time on PlusTvAfrica.
Practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm a lot better than I used to be.
He's a king. He's entitled to marry 100 if he wants to.
It's been alleged that Rotimi Amechi, a leader of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, presented deceased persons and defectors as delegates for the APC convention. Magnus Abe's faction is making that allegation. And death toll in southern Kaduna killings has risen to 34. This is Plus Politics, and I'm Kofi Rettels. Less than 24 hours to the March 26 National Convention, will I say the long-awaited National Convention of the All Progressives Congress ruling party in Nigeria. The internal crisis rocking the River State chapter of the party has taken a dramatic twist. The faction of the party loyal to Senator Magnus Abe has alleged that the Minister of Transportation and former Governor Rotimi Amechi has presented names of dead persons and defectors as authentic delegates from the state for Saturday's National Convention. The faction said it observed what it called the deliberate inclusion of deceased persons and persons who no longer are members of the All Progressives Congress on the delegates list already submitted for the convention by the minister. Now, joining us to discuss this is the deputy spokesperson or the deputy publicity secretary of the All Progressives Congress in River State, Darlington Nwuju, and the former chief of staff to the River State government, Mr. Tony Okocha. Gentlemen, it's great to have you join us on Plus Politics. All right, we have Darlington first up, yes. Thank you very much. Yes. We're trying to get back to Tony Okocha, who we had join us earlier. Darlington, what's your reaction, the reaction of the All Progressives Congress in River State to this allegation by the Magnus Abe faction, as it were, that the Minister of Transportation has presented dead people and members who are people who are not members of the party on the delegates list for the National Convention?
Well, I think that this is a lazy, very lazy and file accusation labeled on the person of the Minister of Transportation. I think it's almost insulting to say that the minister presented names of deceased persons. The minister does not run the party. There has been an established structure of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State, which Senator Abe and his group have refused to recognize. And so I think that there is a gap in their understanding of how the party has fared or how the party has been run or administered or managed in the past 2 years. Let me quickly say that since the dissolution of the National Working Committee under Comrade Adams Oshomole on the 25th of June 2020, there has been a structure on ground, a caretaker committee for the state. And I want to say with all intent and purposes that the current executive of the party, which Senator Magnus Abe has refused to recognize, and I think that it is for this reason that he has refused to recognize the legality and the legitimacy of the existing ESCO that has made him to go on, this public theatrics every now and again. Now, the list that is the so-called list is purely an inherited list from the structure that has existed before now. And so, if that is the issue, I want to say that it was mere secretarial error, which as we speak has been corrected. That list has been updated, and there is no problem, there are no issues again. Why do we need to petition the screening committee? Why do we need to go public making all sorts of rants in order to attract public attention and public sympathy to a particular group of people? I dare say that the latest petition by the Senator Magnus Abe is a direct result of the decisions of the national body of the APC to adopt a consensus option for nomination of candidates in tomorrow's national convention. And because this has not favored him, that is why he resorted to the latest decision to draw public sympathy. I think that it is very, very unnecessary. And I want to repeat that it is insulting to say that the minister presented a list of dead persons. For what? To what intent? What does it stand to benefit? The convention tomorrow, for those who know the inner workings of the party, there have been both formal and informal consultations on how the convention would go. And so, how would the minister benefit from what they are talking about? How would it benefit if maybe the list of delegates is padded? Whether it is padded by 1,000 or reduced by 500, the result, which I said, number one, the minister does not.
Wellington Wuju and Tony Kocha, okay, that's number one. Yes, the issue is in contention is not that Amechi signed the delegates list, but I asked the question. I said, are you saying that the party had initially done what it was accused of in Rivers State, that is present the names of dead people as delegates? Is that what you're saying?
I am saying that if there were errors, which in every human organization, which in every human arrangement is very, very possible, that the names of persons who are now late or persons who have now left the party is found on that list. And I'm saying that that list was inherited. Do not forget, Kofi, that the convention of this party has suffered plenty of delays. It's been delayed for 2 years. Do not forget that fact. Okay. And so I am saying that the current executive inherited that list.
Okay, so they inherited a list from From who? Was it from Isaac Ogbobula or from who?
Right from the time of Isaac Ogbobula,
Okay.
the issue of convention planning has been on ground.
All right. So is it that Emeka Bekir did not look at the names on the list he was sending? Because of course you'd have to type. You'd have to type.
That it was a secretarial error.
How? Okay. So is it that he didn't see, or what? Because I mean, I'm looking at the names there, and I can see, for instance, Publicity Secretary Senibok Chris Finebone. Is Senibok Chris Finebone still the publicity secretary of the party?
Of course, he is.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Chief Tony Okocha. You know, moving, and being around the governor of Rivers State, Chief Yeson Wike. So one would have thought you had left the party.
No, that's not correct. I'm a stakeholder in Rivers State by virtue of the fact that I held an office of note in Rivers State. Somebody who rose to become your staff in Rivers State government is a stakeholder. And of course, if matters concerning the state was to be discussed, I should be invited or also demand of course that I should be invited. So I have no business with this Wike and his party. I am a stakeholder in Rivers State by virtue of the office that I have found.
All right. What's your thought on this delegates list? Because I'm assuming that you are part of the faction of the party that is crying foul. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, however, there are no two definitions of fraud. Fraud is fraud. Now, that list, so to speak, was not only concocted by the Honorable Minister of Transportation, but he, if you know him very well, he must authorize the pardon of that list. So the extent that there are people who have left the party, people who are not never members, well, they were members of our country, but never were principal officers